Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Tell the Truth and Shame the Devil. I'm Jennings Bernard, your host. As always, we really do appreciate you being a part of this program. Tell a friend to tell a friend that Tell the Truth and Shame the Devil is on the air. You know what we do here: business, legal, social, finance, whatever affects you in this community. You know, politics is everything, and everything is politics. Welcome in, welcome in. Well, I got kind of hung up a little bit. I won't be long today. Getting here a little late, but hey, we welcome you in. All of you can come on in here, and let's talk about what's going on in the city of Memphis. You know the old song they say, excuse me, that you were born by the river, but change is gonna come. Well, it's time. It's time for the change to come. Don't be shocked. Don't gasp. Oh, I didn't realize that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're about to realize a whole lot of things that you didn't realize that's going on in this city. Just listen to me now. You are about to realize some things that you really didn't realize that was going on behind the doors of this city. You're probably going to realize some things when it comes to misappropriation of your tax dollars. And y'all remember I said this. I said this a long time ago when I told you that this leadership that we have in the city of Memphis is not right. It's more about them than it is about you. Now, a lot of you sit back and say, well, he's just saying this and that, and he hating. No, I'll never hate on anybody, but I will tell you the facts about somebody. And that's the problem that we have in this city, and I've never understood that. We would rather defend the worst of us than stand up for the best of us. And I believe that is a mental position that we take as citizens in this community. I've never ever wanted to be or support somebody for bad behavior. But it seems as though in Memphis, bad behavior or buddy plan or nepotism, favoritism is the thing of the day, yesterday, and days to come. Because anybody could become, as we say, somebody when they're nobody. That's right. Anybody becomes somebody when they nobody. The way Memphis politics work in this community. Do I need to name you the nobodies? I can tell you a whole lot of nobodies by their action and what they're not doing on behalf of we the people. But why do we do that? Why do we do that? In other words, we elect and put people in office has no intention of representing the people. They represent the power that be, the money folks. And clearly, without a doubt, I can say this without hesitation or reservation, that you can see money is winning in this city. When it comes to the elected official that's supposed to be representing this city, you remember time that they used to say, well, we look forward that day come when black folks become in charge of the city of Memphis. We are moving in and it is becoming more and more of our control. Excuse me. Now, we have control now. We got the numbers. We got more people on the council, the more people as African Americans on the school board. We got a lot of people in Nashville. We got a lot of people in county government. But I'm going to show you the kicker about all of these people that look like you and I that's in control and all we should overcome and we want to get in those positions. But guess what? They overcame to put crooks in position and look where the city is and the position that it's in. So did we really overcome or what we being pushed back to the Jim Crow mentality by having people of African American descent to be large and in charge? The state is going to take over, it's coming. The state gave the city of Memphis and Shelby County that rope that you hear me talking about all the time, that rope that they talk about to give you enough rope, you will hang yourself. The city of Memphis, the school board has that rope. These elected officials thought that they could get away with certain things. These folk gave you enough rope to hang yourself. And you don't hang yourself. Yes, I questioned and I asked Google yesterday in regard to can the state take over the school system or take over part of the functioning of the city of Memphis. And as I did my research a little bit further, it said yes. And not only that, it went further to say that the governor has the right to call in National Guard if it is a crisis situation. And believe me, it has been a crisis situation ever since this city has been in chaos. No matter who's in charge. But just so happened that we sung and sang, We Shall Overcome. Well, we became the leaders in this community. Did we overcome? Because we put the wrong people in office that just had their interests in mind, not yours, not at all. But why do we support bad behavior? And you're going to see very soon, you're going to see the bad behavior that exists in our politics in the city of Memphis. And I'm sad to say, and I'm sad to know, I'm sad to see that this is about to come to fruition, that we just do not handle, leadership well because you've never been in that position. And when you get in that position and the power that you have, you lose your mind as it relates to taking care of the business of the people. I'm sorry to hear, I'm sorry to know that certain people cannot deal with power. I've had preachers, known preachers that pastored nice churches but could not handle the power of being a pastor. They forgot what they were there for, and that was to take care of the parishioners, but it became more about taking care of them. And they lost direction, just like our politicians have lost direction as it relates to what they're supposed to be doing. Just like individuals in an organization, they lose direction because I am the president now. It's all about me and not about the people. And I'm sorry to know that we have sunk that low, that we care more about ourselves from the pulpit to the elected officials. It's all about you. And remember, I said that rope, you hung yourself with it. The school board, you got enough rope and you hung yourself with it because of your greed and your want more. Not to do more for the people, but you want more for you. And that's going to hang you. Greed is a mighty, mighty powerful thing. And greed will get you every time if you're not careful. But then here we go again. We go along with the greed and the bad behavior. Some of you is right now in position of authority, probably shaking in your boots. Every night you're wondering, are they going to ever catch up with what I'm doing and what I have done? See, understand something. You can sleep good. You can look in the mirror at yourself and be proud of who you are because you don't play the game. But here we got people now like Carla Stout getting in that criminal court clerk race only to divide the vote. And she done that before. And I can contest to that. Had no clue about the criminal court clerk's office, but got in there to separate, divide, and conquer, and you end up with Heidi Coon. And everybody knows that the criminal court clerk's office is a mess because you put Heidi Coon in there. You divided the vote. She got in there and didn't know what she was doing, and now the criminal court clerk's office is a mess. The lawyers know it. The judges know it. The people know it when they come down there to get help. The people know it. But then they want you to believe when they say, hey, we're going to have an expungement clinic. Really, how many people have actually had their record expunged? Or you may have ran 10,000 people, as they say, we talked to them, but how many out of the 10,000 actually got their record expunged? Or they threw the number and you holler because you're misled to believe that because that was an expungement clinic and because up to this date you had dealt with 10,000, the numbers they threw up, but out of the 10,000, how many people got their record expunged? You put your information in there. Then they have to make the determination whether you meet the criteria. And a lot of people is going down there don't meet the criteria. One of them is that you have to be at least 5 years clean of any criminal charges. Do you think the way Memphis, Tennessee is and the people are carjacking, misusing individuals, you think they have been clean for 5 years? No, I don't believe it. I believe some may have. But see, the politician give you the false narrative. Oh, I'm doing this, and you believe it without doing your homework, ladies and gentlemen. The state is about to take over this school system. And you can't blame anybody but yourself because greed got you backstabbing, misusing your position and power, doing things that you shouldn't do, giving your wife, Roderick Richmond's superintendent, a contract that she did not deserve, in my opinion and a whole lot of other people's opinion. But that's your act as the superintendent interim that you did, Roderick Richmond, and it don't look good on you. I say again and again, I say that you had to know, in my opinion, that you was about to become the interim superintendent and Dr. Fagan was about to lose her job. You can't tell me that you did not know that. So I say again, and I say to this new board, do what you must do when you are elected, because guess what? Our children are no better off than what they tried to put on Dr. Fagan as it relates to them and having the ability to read on the level that they need to be reading on. Nothing has changed, Dr. Richmond. And for the people who believe that, come on, you don't have to go to the library to research anymore. All you got to do is Google and the other search engine. They would tell you because it's there. And go to my page and look at what I talked to you about on yesterday. And I told you that I was going to research it and find out if the state could do what they're doing. And you got all these knuckleheads, these wanna be good old sisters and good old boys that are in politics. And we band together. If we band together, it let the people know that we must be doing it right because we all come together. And see, that says to me that the politician believe without a doubt you're stupid. You need to show them that you're not stupid. You need to put them all to rest when it comes to politician and politics. Let them know in this election that the people are not stupid. They're going to wake up and see exactly who you are and what you are in the game that you play. And the people run around here and saying, oh, I had nobody to run against me. That means I'm doing a good job. No, it does not mean that. It just means that certain people in those positions just decided not to be fooling around with the mess in the city of Memphis. That don't mean that you are a great representative. Look around you in your district. Drive in the very district representative that you represent and look at it and see if you think you're doing a good job. No, you are not. But the change, as I said in the beginning, is coming. A shakeup is about to happen. And when it happens, do not be surprised. Because there's a lot of people that are shady as it relates to politicians and leaders in our community. See, if you have to clean the house every so often, you have to clean it. I remember when the springtime came, a grandmother, a mother, they used to say, we gonna do our spring cleaning. And we gonna clean things, get things right in the house. Well, that's what we have to do when the election come around. We have to do our spring cleaning of these politicians that mean nothing. They're getting in the way of real people who have nothing in mind but to serve and protect the people of this community. Because they get in the way, they block you. They'll say things about you to make sure they can get over hook, line, and sinker and have you believing a false narrative. But you go along with it because we are known to keep individuals in office that playing you to be fools. And are you going to continue to allow them to do that? Will you wake up and say, hey, enough is enough? We're going to change this narrative in Memphis. We're going to be respected again as a community, as a city in these United States. We no longer would be uh, the nastiest city. I remember when Memphis used to be one of the number one most cleanest city in America. We can't say that with the black. We can't say that with the trash. Yeah, we used to be. Check it, Google it, find out Memphis was one of the most cleanest city in America. But we're not there now. Memphis used to have politicians that took care of the people. Some took care of themselves, but the majority of them took care of the people. But what we have now is not individuals that care about you, but they care about themselves more than they care about you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to wake up. It's time for us to take charge of our city. Take it back from the politicians that mean you no good at all. You may not say it, but I'll say it. From my vantage point, what I look at, and the reason I've been around politics so long, because my concern was about the people. I was brought up in politics from individuals who wanted to take care of the people, and they did. When you absolutely look at it, this 24-year-old boy that they just put on the county commission, what is his resume? What has he done to end up saying, hey, guess what? I'm qualified, certified, bona fide to be there only at 24 years old. He don't know the ins and the outs of politics, but he's been put there for a reason. See, in Memphis, we build resumes. And that's what it's about, building a resume, not about being qualified to serve the people. And we got to come off of that. That was a slap in the face to all of the people that was non-politicians that could have served in a better position. Now, since it was a temporary position, and you have had county commissioners who have been there for 8 years and have served in different positions, and at least they knew what to do in regard to being appointed to that position. But you get a 24-year-old politics, backdoor politics being played to put in the position that the next time something comes up, he would have a title like some of these lazy jive, you know what, chairman of the Democratic Party that didn't do nothing when I served there, and I served 2 terms on the executive committee. And I've called out those individuals who were just there to get the resume built. And now you calling on people who did and had bad behavior when they was in office. You call them your leaders. But I call them clowns because they did not serve you well. Look at the Democratic Party and the position that it's in. But everybody want to say, oh, I'm a former chairman of the Democratic Party. And this is what I need to tell the people. And you fall for that mess when that clown or clown did nothing to affect the Democratic Party at all. You have had clowns that was appointed and they had to be taken down because they wasn't smart enough to know how to deal with situations that came up with the party. So they took them down. And you had that to happen. You have had those individuals to be in the position that did nothing while they were there, but yet she or he was a past chairman. Stop taking what these people say as the gospel. Start reading. Paul says, study to show thyself approved workman unto God. You need to start reading. You need to start watching and listening. Right behind me, every day since I'm retired. And whenever they're in session, I go to Channel 10. And for sometime hours, I'll sit here and listen and watch what they're doing in committee, what they do in the full House or full Senate. I'll sit here, get me something to drink as it relates to water or tea, because I'm not a drinker of alcohol. But I'm sitting here listening, I'm going, wow. I'm seeing people who's supposed to be smart enough to represent you, but can't present their supposed bill or idea in committee or in the full house. I'm like I said, what the hell is he doing up there in Nashville when he cannot present what he's talking about as it relates to the bill in committee? And they can't present it, but it's the thing to go up there. They can't represent themselves, but they up there because you've been hoodwinked, you've been bamboozled, you've been ran amok over because you didn't pay attention. You got to start paying attention, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to keep saying, I'm going to keep saying it over and over again. Start paying attention. But remember, Willie Harrington used to say, help is on the way. I'm still wondering when the help is going to get here. It sounds good that help is on the way, but where's the help? All it is a recycle over old politicians who have never done anything for you as a community. See, understand this here, and I'll leave you alone after I say this. When you call yourself electing a representative, you don't elect him or her and then leave them alone. You represent them and pay attention to what they're doing. And the reason why we're in the shape that we are in, the county taken from Peter to pay Paul whenever Peter gets his check, and they can pay Paul. That says a lot to me that some of these people on the county commission don't know what the hell they're doing. The same for the city council. What can the people in Memphis do when it comes to representing you and your best interest in Nashville when the supermajority, which is the Republican in the House and the Senate, allow you to have whatever crumb they want you to have as it relates to representing their people? You got to have them to sign off. So what are you actually doing? I was looking at the news before I came on, and it was saying that they're beginning to work. Now listen to this. They're beginning to work on commercial appeal building. They're beginning to getting started. They're drafting the blueprints and uh, the, the construction part. Now, if they're doing this, sound like to me it's almost like Elon Musk over in the electrolyte building, just working away, hadn't had permit to do anything, but he was working. Why could Elon Musk do that? How could Elon Musk do that? He did it because the crumbs that falls from his table, they landed somewhere that you could start building on a building, a supercomputer, and you haven't got permission from the health department. Why? Do you ever think about that? How could he do that? And you'll come up with it later that they didn't step up to the plate, being the city council. And then they say, well, we're gonna go and do it because Elon Musk gave us some crumbs for one of our schools. Understand it? The man is worth almost $800 billion. And what you got, what you think you got, you didn't get. What you got is crumbs from the $800 billion. Other people had more sense than to allow the supercomputer to be in California, to be in Atlanta, Georgia, to be in Chicago, but only in Memphis, Tennessee, that our leadership is not protecting you, they're protecting themselves. And somewhere, if you could pull the curtain back, somewhere the crumbs that came from his table, in my opinion, landed in somebody's pocket, in my opinion. It's time out for the foolishness, ladies and gentlemen. Come April 15th and May 7th, you got a decision to make. Get rid of the whole school board, get rid of the whole county commission. Elect a good mayor that's going to look after you and start questioning these people. Don't let these people fool you. And don't think you're going to get better represented because they look like you and I. Oh, we got black folks in charge. From what I see, the vantage point that I'm looking at, the worst thing that could ever happen on the school board, county commission, in my opinion, the worst thing could ever happen, from what I see, is having black folks in charge. I said that within the hesitation or reservation. Look at it, where we are. We're called black folks. Not all, but those that you put in office haven't showed any concern about you. Look at your community. Have you had any pothole lately? Have there been any blight that's been sitting in that district ever since you've been in office? You'll say, well, the city didn't have the money to do it, but the city had enough money to get a hotel. The city had enough money to raise your taxes. But then the city don't have enough money to take care of your community. And they'll lead you to believe that the way your community is and how it is because of you. Now, I don't think you have the money to take care of the blight in the community. Excuse me. They have the money by way of your tax dollars, and they supposed to take care of the blight. They supposed to fill the pothole, but they don't. But then they'll turn around and say it's your fault, and you fall for it, hook, line, and sinker. Oh, it's my fault. We just need to do better by electing folks, and you get folks, and you put in office that are ignorant to the process of taking care of you. And they don't know how to do it, but yet you still put them people in office. And I'm paying attention. And there are some people I believe, without doubt, don't even need to walk past building of power, responsibility, because they're not responsible for themselves. They can't take care of their own business. How in the world can they take care of yours? You need to know everything about an individual that's going to take responsibility of being your leader in your community. And when you don't, you get what you're getting. You get what you voted for, and that's nothing when your community is a mess. I'm Jennings Bernard. I do appreciate you, and I apologize for being late. Got caught up in that traffic, bumper to bumper, raining hard, and I made it here. And I thank God for you for tuning in and being a part of this show. Hey, do me a favor, subscribe, hit that subscribe button. Go to Memphis Real Talk on YouTube and subscribe. Go to Memphis Real Talk, the website. Uh, we got 4 different platforms that you can go: Spotify, X, under the name of Memphis Real Talk. We're trying to give you something to think about when you're home and you don't have anything to do. You get you a cup of coffee or whatever, sit back and go to YouTube or go to Facebook page and listen to what we have to talk about. I really do appreciate you. It looks like we're going to have someone tomorrow and Friday if the it holds up. In the words of my grandmother, she always said, "If it's the Lord's will and the creek don't rise, we'll see you on tomorrow." But remember what I said: a change is coming, but you may not like it, and don't be surprised who's got caught up. But remember what I said. I said trust everyone, but do not trust the devil inside of them. God bless you. You take care.